What is up, YouTube world? I'm Ashley D. Before I get started, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Also, feel free to share this video as well. Everything I state is allegedly. It's not a guaranteed fact. It's my own personal opinion and observation. I also wanted to say rest in peace to the lovely, beautiful Miss Jacky O. May her spirit live on through her kids, and may God continue to give that family strength, because they're going to need that. Okay? And this topic is going to touch people. It's a little sensitive. I waited a while to speak on it. It's just my own personal opinion. So please don't take it wrong or any type of way. Everyone's entitled to agree, disagree how they feel. Okay. So I'm going to start off with the service. Everyone was complaining about how he was not emotional. Now, I will say this when it comes to that. When you're planning a service for someone you love and you first find out your original mind, you're freaked out, you're crying, you're going off. The next thing, you go in flight or fight mode. You're so traumatized. The trauma is too much for you to deal with. So your body shuts off. And it has to do that in order for you to get through planning service, planning clothes, hair, makeup, all of that from start to end. So I can only speak for myself. But in that defense, when it comes to that, far as the tears, I'm the only one from my family that stood up and gave 4 speeches on behalf of me, my son, my sister's husband, as well as my mother. And God knows inside I was broken. I don't understand how I did it to this day. Every day I mourn for my sister. But when it came time for me to have strength for that moment, I had to make sure I handled business for her and to make sure she was sent off like the queen that she was. Now, when I came home, when the company left and the friends left, when reality set in for me that this is real. In my mind, it was real, but it was a nightmare. Now, he said a fantasy, no, fairy tale or a dream. Those were words that you wouldn't use with something so tragic. So I would say to myself that maybe he spoke wrong. He was just going through what he was going through. However, in that moment, all I'm saying is you can block off trauma to get through. When you're by yourself and reality kicks in, that's when the grief starts. That's when you lose it. Not to mention, you're trying to show strength for your kids. So on that tip, I wouldn't say too much about the grief part, because falling out and stuff like that, I wanted to do that. My family was doing that. But for some reason, I was able to be strong for everyone. So that's how that goes. But now on the other hand, as far as the speeches, I'm going to start with him. Now, you're such a Christian, okay? Yes, God says don't judge people, but we also can speculate when it comes to people's actions. And if actions don't speak louder than words and they're not adding up, then we're entitled to our own opinion. And my opinion on that whole situation is he did not respect her. From the videos we've seen, it seems as though she was carrying this relationship. And even in the beginning, she said that she was the one pursuing him. And I would say this for any ladies out there. If you're the one that has to continue to pursue the guy, they will not respect you most of the time. Sometimes it works out where the guy falls in love with you and you live happily ever after. More than likely, on another note, the guy doesn't respect you because he wants to pursue you. He likes the fact that he could chase the woman. That's part of the excitement of the relationship. And if he can't chase you and you're constantly pursuing him, then he has nothing to look forward to. And maybe she saw potential in him. Maybe she fell in love with a quality about him that we don't know about. But from my observation, she seemed like a sweet, genuine soul. What made me draw to this case and the situation at hand is the fact that I went on her channel. And the last video was her getting dressed up with her friend and their daughters to go see the Little Mermaids. She went above and beyond for her kids. And to see someone love their kids truly genuine like that, even when a lot of the times DC wasn't in the video. She even had a video a day with her, and her whole day was booked and busy, and he wasn't around. I even went through something where she said when he doesn't call for 3 days, and then her face was dressed up like a clown. Now, we could think it was just a joke, a TikTok or whatever, speculate. But at the end of the day, when a guy disrespects you in your face on camera, even from the beginning, the way he was talking to her, we could say, okay, that was the beginning of the relationship. He fell in love with her down the line. He didn't know it was going to turn out that way. Okay, fine. But as the relationship continued on, 6 years, 3 kids later, why is he continuing to be silly on the camera? He don't know when to turn it off. I think she outgrew him. He didn't grow up as a man when that first child came. Everyone wants to holler. He's so stuck in his faith and he's such a Christian. Why did this man have this woman bear 3 of his kids and he did not marry her nor be engaged to her? 6 years, 3 kids later. And I don't feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for those kids. He didn't lose his wife. This beautiful soul left this earth, a single woman, a mother of 3. But he's sitting up here. I'm going to be okay. It's going to be all right. Yes, I admire your strength during this grief process. Like I stated, I was that way. However, the words you said did not come off as a genuine, loving, caring spouse. And I'm thinking to myself, out of all the videos I went through and the footage, I was going to see some type of real, genuine, intimate moments with this lady. Yes, you prayed constantly on the videos, but it seemed like you was rambling on those. Nothing about you seemed so holy. Nothing at all. And the fact that she even asked just silly questions on camera as far as how her breasts look. You said like middle school pizzas. Then she said she got them done again. And you said you hope the nipple don't look big or something of that nature, allegedly. But just the fact that if you can blatantly do this type of stuff to her on camera, I can only imagine what you did behind closed doors and how her self-esteem felt. As a mother of 3, I'm a mother of 1. And our bodies go to changing, especially if you give birth a couple of times. We have stretch marks. Some of us are blessed not to. But the older we get, we put on weight, our metabolism slows down. So I can understand from a woman's perspective as a mother where she was coming from, not to mention how she was treated, what brought her to wanting surgery. Not to mention her job being an influencer. So she had to sell products. She put on clothes online. Herself was marketing. And she wanted to make sure she looked the best. So I feel bad. Unfortunately, it came to that. And these children lost a beautiful mom. That's what I hurt for. Him, on the other hand, his speech to me. You can talk about God. You can talk about yourself. But this was Miss Jacky O's funeral. It's wonderful that your faith is strong. And it's wonderful that you're telling us so early on that you're going to be okay. We see that all in your face. But I guess, just like me, a lot of other people were waiting for you to say something great about her. And it seems as though the friends, the real friends, were the genuine ones that had loving things to say about her. And I could be wrong, and, you don't have to agree with me. But I don't feel like this man genuinely loved this woman like he should have. At the end of the day, he had 6 years to do right by her, and he chose not to. And when he did get on camera with her, when she wanted him to talk, he never said anything pleasant about her most of the time. And she was such a family girl. She always made sure she took pictures and videos and documented everything. And I'm so grateful that her daughters and her son can go online and look at these moments and know that they were truly, genuinely loved and blessed to have a mother like her. And the fact that he say his kids are okay. Your kids are okay for the moment, sir. They haven't fully processed what's going on, even though they looked at their mother. Yes, they did. Next week later, I guarantee you, Nova's going to say, when is mom coming home? Or your second oldest daughter, middle child. They don't understand that. And you need to be more caring, compassion, and have some type of empathy. You can be a man of God and you can show strength. But at a time when it's time to honor somebody that you truly loved in that moment, we were at least looking for something great to say about her besides you wanted 7 more kids with her. You wanted to have 10 altogether. Like, that's all you thought of her was a baby making machine? I loved you, girl. You know that. You couldn't reflect on the amazing memories you had with her when you first met her, when she went in labor, anything that makes you more human, that makes us feel more empathy for you. But you didn't give us that. To me, you gave a selfish person. That's what I saw off there. A selfish person that only thought about himself when it was her time and her moment. And as I think now, and I look at the videos, not to mention a video came out about you and a couple other guys having something to say about women with normal, regular bodies. And to me, that wasn't cool. And if you're saying that on camera with some guys, we can only speculate what you were telling her. Because you said some pretty bad things to her on camera in front of her followers. And people are constantly pulling up videos. You seem very immature and insecure. And it's so unfortunate for her. After baby number 1, she should have paid attention to all the red flags. But instead, she saw something great in you that obviously you didn't see in yourself. And then for you not to be in the moment or showing some type of feelings of affection for the mother of your 3 kids, anything. You want to try to flip it as though when we see you smiling, when we see you laughing and this and that. No, we know you're going to do that anyways, because at this tragic moment in your life, I was hurt, but I still gave heartfelt speeches about my sister. It wasn't about me. It was about the amazing moments, memories, times I shared with this woman and how much I loved her and how truly special she was to us and how much we're going to miss her. That's what the speech was about. I know she's with my Father. I know she's in heaven. I know she's with God. She's in paradise. However, that was about her. Just like when you get on camera, when you first was on camera with her and she said, wow, the numbers are jumping up. You're going to say, yeah, they're my people. They're not your people. They came on here for me. And then you turn around in a cocky manner and say, yeah, y'all go follow her. Yeah, that's she my people too. Her people, my people. You know, like, really? And then you never wanted to hardly speak when you guys did videos together. And then when you did speak, you had nothing pleasant to say about her. And that's unfortunate because from what we saw, she seemed like a beautiful, amazing light to everyone around them. But you were the type of person that wanted to keep her light dim because you were an insecure young man who wasn't ready to grow up. That's what we saw. And it's unfortunate that this lady, like many other women in this world, settled for that. It was a clear red flag that you wasn't ready to be a man. And to add insult to injury, for you to sit up there, you didn't say, I wanted to marry this woman. I was so in love with her. I was going to make her my wife. No, I wanted 7 more kids with her. And then you gesture in a sexual manner. Like, have you lost your mind? I understand you're a comedian, but it's a time and a place for everything, bro. You need to know when to turn that off. You're at the mother. You're at the end right here in this very moment. And everyone's looking around and they're wondering. And the people that truly know what went on in a relationship and behind closed doors, who she talked to privately, they were waiting for you to give her that moment. And you blew it. You didn't. And that's unfortunate. Even with her father. Like, to me, she kind of passed under mysterious circumstances. My own personal opinion. I'm not going to go off into that. Okay. But what I will say is, by me feeling that way, I saw a video when she went to visit her dad and she brought her son and he seemed like a good dad. He took care of her, allegedly, when her mom wasn't there. He raised her. And then she became a daughter to her stepmother. And they had more kids, her father and a stepmom. However, when she took him to see the baby, he seemed like a great grandfather, and he truly, genuinely was happy. Now, he raised her most of the time by himself, just him and her, before he got married. So I'm thinking this father is going to get up here and say something about his baby. The only thing he said is the daughter and her was asking who is the favorite. And he said, both of you were. You're my favorite because you were my oldest. You were my first. And you were my favorite because you're my baby too. Both of you guys are my baby ribs or baby backs or something like that. And then he continued to say something about, do we know we have 3 brains in our head, our heart? And he lost me after that. I don't even know what else he said. It was like a spectacle of this woman's funeral. This was amazing, a beautiful woman who inspired other women out there to go out, get their real estate license, have their own business, be go-getters, be great parents. She gave people so many ideas for parties and events. She was everything to everybody else, it seems like, but DC. Him, on the other hand, he could not honor this woman. He could not make her a wife. But yet, he could make her a mother of his 3 kids. People, please beware of men like this. And that's the only reason I am speaking on this situation. It's my own personal opinion. You could drop in the comment section what you think. And you're free to feel how you feel. You don't have to agree with me. This is our channel, like I said. You're free to voice your own opinion over here. But to me personally, I wish this woman would have never left alone, because that's what I feel like. And more than anything, I feel so bad for those kids because they had an amazing mother. And a lot of kids out here don't have moms like that. They take their kids to the movies. I take my son to the movies. But she went above and beyond to create those moments for them. And God knew exactly what he was doing to allow her to do that. So they can look back over these videos and just know how truly, genuinely loved that they were by their mother. I am Ashley D. I hope each and every one of you have a wonderful day. Have a happy Monday tomorrow. If there's something on this video that I need to keep you updated on, I'll make sure I do so. Please let me know how you feel in the comment section below. Am I tripping, or do you guys feel some sort of way about that speech? Like, it's okay to make sure you want to send positive energy, be strong for the kids, and speak about God. That's cool. I'm all with that. But what about Miss Jacky O? When are you going to give her her flowers? She needed her flowers yesterday. And what did you do? You picked them up and you smelled them and you gave them to yourself. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.